Ya guys, welcome back to KEKO Channel. Balik lagi dengan gue Ken, dan seperti biasa kita bakal lanjutin lagi ya permainan blackboard kita, yang dimana kemarin itu kita udah melakukan banyak hal, dan kita tinggal mencari tahu aja nih, mencari tahu orang-orang yang sebenarnya itu adalah pelaku yang menculik orang cewek yang kita selamatin kemarin. Jadi di sini gue langsung aja login ya. Oke. Kita harus menelusuri desa ini karena ada satu penjahatnya yang pura-pura nggak tahu kalau
The Raven
sebenarnya
thinks
dia
that the one
yang
to blame for the missing villagers is one of them. He told me I've already met him. Who can it be? Marfa? Philemon? Ephraim the Hunter?
Anicia! That old witch is definitely a part of it. I will find that Leshy. I need to break the seals, not wander in the middle of nowhere.
How much time passed already? Half of what's left? How was he there? Must be going through tall houses now.
Right. I will catch the Leshy and make him break the seal. I still have time.
Philemon is a shepherd. That means he must communicate with Leshy. Ephraim deals with forest too. He's a hunter after all. And I saw an offering. As soon as I learn enough, we can call to a public hearing. Or maybe fight face to face. I need to question the locals what they know about each other. Maybe then I will be able to find the Leshy. He couldn't leave here unnoticed.
Well, let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it. Dosaku makin banyak guys.
God helps, Vasilisa. It's a blessing that Galina is alive. Here, take it. From all of us to you. Well, I won't bother you. You need to study the book, right?
Wait, I want to ask you about the locals.
Come to my isba. We can talk there. You're tired. Here, better read something. Come in if you need anything. We won't turn you down.
Okay, let's go guys. We go to Marfa's house.
Marfa's izba is richly decorated. Towels, a large salt pot, and everywhere the wood is covered with murals.
Greetings, Vasilisa, dear. Well, come in. Sit over there, in the corner.
What can you tell me about Philemon?
Well, he's a fine shepherd, a knower. Not as strong as you, though.
Has he been in the village long?
Well, he came here before the forest master closed us in here. Yes, only after that. Anicia is very grateful to him for his work. She gave him a belt, you know. She gave it to him right after St. George's Day, when he whispered to the animals. Other than that, a regular man. I don't know what to add.
He refused to take it? That's strange. I need to learn about this belt from Anicia. Tell me about Anicia Ivanovna.
Oh, the whole village heard her arguing with you. I don't know how you could listen to all that. I would curse her for sure. She was born with teeth. By the way, Galina is her daughter-in-law, but her husband passed away. A fine man he was. You saved her, so she might tell you more.
How long have you known Ephraim?
Yes, a fine man, always successful with his hunting, even after all this. He's not himself lately, they say. The youngsters can tell you more. They watch everyone.
Alright.
The scarce Nimzia youth is sitting by an old izba. When you approach, they watch you intently.
We've heard of you, Vasilisa. I hope you will help Nimzia. No one has been able to so far. Well, she's a fine girl. What else can we say about her? Philemon doesn't take apprentices. He tells us he will manage by himself. He's right. None of the animals have ever gone missing. I guess the Leshy is fine with just villagers. It used to be that some bear or the like would carry away an animal from time to time. We can't tell you anything about the hunter. We don't quite know him. He speaks to the Leshy and nowhere, sort of like you.
What's with this guy? Is he hurt?
His mouth is too big. In our village, no ones who call the Leshy's name too often get their mouths tied shut. Otherwise, it's scary. We don't want to be taken by Vorsa. Galina was her daughter-in-law. They sure did argue, but quietly, so people wouldn't talk. Galina was crying afterwards, she told us.
Alright.
The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall. The peasants have burnt part of the forest, but it maintains its size, growing back trees with remarkable speed. You follow your instinct, sensing traces of primitive rituals, and soon come to a tree stump that has the remains of offerings to the Leshy and bullet holes. You notice boot prints in the soot nearby and follow them. Here the hunter's stride is regular, and here it has sped up. Suddenly, the girl's tracks cross that of the hunter. You cannot discern anything further. The Leshy's domain stands before you like a grim wall. The peasants have burnt part of the forest, but it maintains its size, growing back trees with remarkable speed. The fog quickly thickens and you start to lose your sense of direction. Short paws stretch towards you from the fog.
Oh my god. Masih ada. Oh dang. Alright, cool. Ho 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 ho. Hunter house.
A small hunter's izba that is well lived in. He takes care of his home. The window gleams with a welcoming sliver of light. You walk around the izba, but don't find anything worth your attention. You see broad skis in the yard, a device for cleaning prey, and other hunting tools. They are all kept in order.
Oh, hey, Vasilisa! Howdy! It's good that we finally have a knower. You've saved Galina, so maybe you will free us all.
How long have you known Anicia?
A long, long time. We're from the same village. She's Galina's mother-in-law. We used to go hunting with Galina's husband. But he's hunted his fill. He's no more. Yes, a fine man he was. A proper one.
What kind of woman is Marfa?
Oh, a fine woman. Not resentful. The songs she used to sing in the evenings. Oh, those were the days. I didn't talk with her much. An elderly herbalist lives close to her. She knows her better. She watches everyone from her window. Of that I'm sure. Philemon? Oh, a good man. A knower also. Well, he's not as powerful as you, but he still knows some things. Better go talk to him yourself. Most often he can be found near the haystacks. They're close to the forest.
So do you talk to the Leshy?
Oh, not after he hit the village. Well, I do the rituals, the usual ones.
Galina is Anicia's daughter-in-law?
Galina? Yes, she was married to Anicia's son, but he died. The forest took him, as well as many others.
I found your tracks in the forest by the offering. You were dragging some girl by the forest edge. It was Galina. Did you give her to the Leshy?
Bite your tongue, Vasya.
Who was it then?
Well, me. And the girl was one of the villagers. You can see her in the village right now. I told her not to tell anything. It's a bad omen. I left an offering to him and shot the stump. I've been trying to summon the Leshy for several months straight. I want to ask him eye to eye if Nimza is doomed because of this. But he cares little for us. Will you maybe be able to get to him? To a righteous forest?
The herbalist's house smells like healing herbs. You look around attentively, but you don't notice any signs of evil spirits. It seems that the herbalist is not a witch.
Ah, greetings, Vasilisa. Everyone in Nimza is talking about you. I don't care where this village is, in a fog or in Perm-Gubernia. Makes no difference to me. Well, my neighbor lives here. A fine girl, but not very hard-working one. She's young. She'll learn.
What do you know about Anicia?
What do I know? The missing Galina was her daughter-in-law. That's what I know. What else? A quarrelsome woman.
They say the hunters are close with the Leshy. Have you noticed it with yours?
Oh no. Don't mention the Leshy. You'll call him. The hunter might go dancing with him for all I care. He doesn't tell us.
Are you friends with Marfa, your neighbor?
Not so much. Recently I visited her in the evenings. She wasn't home. That happened several times. God knows where she was. You could ask a shepherd about her. He leads the cattle to graze in the evenings. Oh, the youngsters. They also like to walk at night. They may have seen something.
Okay. Gua beli dulu guys. Karena emang perlu banget potion. Apalagi ya? Right. Say goodbye.
Like many other houses in the village, Anicia's izba is bent because of the wildly growing forest. You knock at the door, and your acquaintance opens it for you.
You again, witch! Ugh. I'm looking forward to never seeing you, you damn vulture! Well, what do you need? You him? He's a fool. I bet he's the reason the village got stolen. I bet he wrote his little charter wrong, and the Leshy was only too glad to grab it all. Phew. Godless Kolduns. Ah, another curse maker. This one is worse than all the rest. His mug is all rotten. Just like yours. He does nothing. Only feeds here for free. I know exactly how these Noah shepherds do their work. The wolves watch the animals instead of him. He's only dilly-dallying. That girl's a hypocrite. Wants everyone to like her. But she's got a mind of her own. She's gonna give us trouble.
They say that Galina that went missing was your daughter-in-law, right?
That's none of your business. You lousy witch! Get lost!
Anicia pushes you away from the door and slams it shut in your face.
Oh my god.
Galina is doing well. She's sitting at the table and is already busy doing housework.
Vasilisa, I don't know how to thank you. You'll always be welcome in my house. Well, come in. Sit here, under the icons.
This woman came to me, Anisia Ivanovna.
Oh, Lord help me. Even the Leshy won't take that woman. I know. I used to be her daughter-in-law. He's friends with the shepherd. I bet they both talk to the Leshy. But I don't believe they are to blame for the missing people. They are fine men. We're friends. I love her. She used to bring me and my husband lots of gifts, especially after our village got closed. She's so kind.
Do you remember the time when the master of the forest took you? What did he look like?
My memory is foggy, Vasilisa. I can hardly remember any of it.
Did he look like anyone from the village?
No, he was dark, as if made of wood, covered in moss and mushrooms. He nearly crushed me with those roots. God help me.
Galina starts to sob.
I remember one thing he told me. I can't pray.
You're Anisia's daughter-in-law?
I was. An absurd life that was. Well, it's a sin to complain. We all live as we can. My husband was taken from me by the forest. He died. God rest his soul.
What kind of man was he?
A good one, loving, so unlike his mother, Anisia. When he died, she blamed me, said I cursed him.
Did you argue?
We had some disagreements, but I don't think she cursed me. I don't remember any such thing.
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack, hitting his poo drum with sticks. Fog surrounds him, covering everything with slippery moisture. You smell mold and mushrooms.
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
They say Yefim the Hunter communicates with the Leshy. Could he have set up these disappearances?
No way. I was writing charters too, but who wants to curse? He isn't to blame. Well, I only do what needs to be done. Everyone likes Martha. She treats many of us to gifts. But I don't like her very much. The woman has a mind of her own. That's all right. I'll have a chat with her when the time comes. Oh, a quarrelsome woman. She's the one who cursed everyone, that's what I think. His son was Galina's husband, so she herself cursed him. Who else?
Kok dia bisa tahu ya?
Have you ever seen Marfa when you brought the cattle for grazing in the evening?
I have, yes. But I haven't seen where she went. Maybe the youngsters saw it.
Shepherds also communicate with Leshy. He watches after the animals for you. Did he give you any helpers?
Nah, just some silly things. I don't measure up to you, Khaldoons. I do everything by myself. It's scary dealing with the forest, everyone says so. I need to look after the cattle. They won't punish some icon, but they will punish me if anything happens.
You came to Nimzia after the forest master hid it, right?
Yes, I was unlucky. The Leshy caught me. Doesn't seem that I asked for an invitation when I entered his domain.
What were you doing before this?
I was a worker. My father was old and couldn't support me. I made my own way.
Gue balik ke Indonesia.
Like many other houses in the village, Anisia's izba is bent because of the wildly growing forest. You knock at the door, and your acquaintance opens it for you.
You again, witch! Ugh. I'm looking forward to never seeing you, you damn vulture! Well, what do you need?
Marfa says you gifted a belt to Philemon.
I did, and he didn't take it. Still walks in his red one, damn him. This Susietka was smothering me all night. Looks like I made a bad belt. Although, I did it with proper permanent patterns. Why am I telling you this? A witch won't understand. You only want to walk around bareheaded. Ugh.
The Susietka didn't get angry for nothing. I should speak to him. I heard you argued with Galina. Did you blame her for your son's death? You cursed her and wished the Leshy would take her.
Anisia's face changes, and she takes a step back.
Well, why did you freeze there? Did you curse your daughter-in-law?
Anisia makes another step and almost falls on the bench.
I did. You guessed it, witch. It's as you say. I am to blame. And what of it? It was Galina who cursed my son. Who else? Who? You're a witch, and she might as well be one. You found each other. I'm not scared. Tell it to everyone at the gathering if you wish. I cursed her, and I curse her still. And I curse you. I wish the Leshy would tear you to bits. Get out!
Anisia pushes you out of the door and slams it shut in your face.
Dang. Tidak ini banget ya, tidak friendly sekali.
A small hunter's izba that is well lived in. He takes care of his home. The window gleams with a welcoming sliver of light.
Oh, hey, Vasilisa! Howdy! It's good that we finally have a knower. You've saved Galina, so maybe you will free us all.
Oke, gak ada lagi. Tapi gue tinggal see bales of hay.
The shepherd is sitting by the haystack, hitting his poo drum with sticks. Fog surrounds him, covering everything with slippery moisture. You smell mold and mushrooms.
From one Noah to another, I wish you well.
Right.
Looks like the village was built around barns. Makes it easier for the villagers to take grain and flour for their everyday needs. Here is where public hearings take place. It's quiet here now, except for the sounds of fir trees, nudging their dead relatives with furry branches. You tell a couple of kids to gather the village. The crowd soon gathers.
Why are you gathering here? To listen to the damned witch? Nonsense.
Hold on. Why should we live at the mercy of the Leshy?
The peasants mumble in approval. You feel uneasy from dozens of eyes looking at you with a mix of expectation, contempt, and hope.
It's only recently that I've come to your village. It's clear that something is wrong here, and prayers won't help. I went searching for Galina.
You saved her. Thank you, Vasilisa.
You hear murmurs of approval from the crowd, as well as cries of gratitude.
The forest master is the one to blame. And he's hiding here, among you. That's why it's so easy for him to kidnap people. And I know who is to blame. They're waiting for what I say. Who among them is a Leshy?
Oh my god. Who, guys? Yep.
Yefim is often in the woods.
Oh.
He's a skilled hunter. He knows the Leshy and helps him. He writes charters and such.
I've never cursed anyone and never stole anyone for the forest master. All I did was try to save Nimza.
The crowd exchanges looks in bewilderment. Looks like your arguments didn't convince the people. Having discussed your Khaldun abilities, the peasants go home. You go back to your Izba, thinking of where you should continue your search, when you notice a shepherd's figure among the trees. Philemon steps back into the fog. His figure stretches higher than the pines and finally dissolves among the branches.
Salah, guys. Kayaknya.
Wait, Vasilisa. I saw everything. Still can't believe my eyes. I want to help. Philemon, run that way. I may help you with something else. There is this thing.
Talk faster. I don't need you in the woods. You will only get yourself killed.
A wonder-working icon will come in handy to you. I blamed God for all of this, wanted to punish him, and I hid it nearby.
I will take, if I have time.
Alright. Let's go. Udah salah lagi tadi miliknya. Aduh. Gimana sih namanya itu
You
ya?
step onto a southern Nemzia field. Suddenly, your way is blocked by evil spirits. These must be Philemon's helpers.
Oh no, it's monster again. My god. Gila. Thing. Ayo dong, mana curse gua kok nggak keluar sih? Curse of enemies. Aduh. Curse. Oh, no. Gawat ini. Let's take it. Oh no. Okay. Dia sekali ngisi darah guys, bahaya soalnya guys. Let's curse him again. Oh no. Oke, satu lagi guys. Ini sekalian gue buat istirahat. Right.
On an old stump covered with mushrooms, you find an icon the hunter was telling you about. The frame has begun to rot, and the icon itself has gunshot marks on it. The face of the saint looks at you with reproach, as if it was you who shot it. You quickly hide the icon in the bag.
Kita ketemu barangnya guys yang dibilang sama si hunter tadi di awal.
The raven appears as if out of nowhere. It lands on an old cross and stares at you. The forest rustles around you. The wind disperses the fog, and for the first time in a while, you see the night sky. The raven's eyes flash red in the forest darkness.
It turned out to be a shepherd, not a mother-in-law, not a plowman. Carr, carr. You were lucky that he found you himself. Who knows how long we would have searched for him otherwise?
Yes, but where is he? How will we find him in the forest?
We've already tracked down Philemon. He went to that tree where Galena was found. Turns out he has a secret underground lair there. All of those who were kidnapped are held there.
Do you think he'll uncover Nimzia?
He will. You won't leave him no choice. You have the book. Black.
You know about it?
I guessed it, sensed it, knew it from the start. The wind at the crossroads told me. Carr.
How do we find the entrance to the lair?
I know where it is. I know. I'll show. Go to Kulpa. Carr.
Kupa.
Those who were kidnapped, are they alive?
Not alive and not dead. Our father sometimes took people, but he let them go later. Someone will pray for them or say a holy word, and then he let them go. This one keeps their soul, feeds on them. For him, their souls are like sugar. Carr.
What kind of chort are you? Maybe you're leading me into a trap.
You don't know who I am?
What is this strange bird that showed up at the crossroads? Was it this raven?
Tomo boy?
You care for Nimzia a lot, so you're a household spirit, a demovoy or an avinik.
Carr. And you call yourself a knower, Vasilisa. My name is Karnish. I'm a Leshy's son, as well as Philemon. He's my brother. He's been hiding from me for a long time, sucking the life out of Nimzia, plucking its villagers. I couldn't track him while he was in a human form, but you helped me. Yes, you did. It is I who dragged you here from Balut. It's my figure you saw in the forest. My presence. Carr.
You're the reason I'm trapped here.
It's not so simple. No, I was learned by the book. It led me to you. I'll help you. Only my father can break the seal on this book, and you won't find him without me. No.
Oh, okay.
All right, lead me to your brother.
Go to Kulpo. I will wait for you there.
The sound of wings reverberates through the old branches when the raven takes off from the old tomb. You gaze with sorrow at the crooked cross. Who was buried here, and why? Does anyone remember this old grave and the dead man within? This man was also buried outside the churchyard. These uneasy thoughts stay with you even after the grave is far behind you.
Oke guys, jadi gue rasa untuk part kali ini gue cukup sampai di sini dulu. Dan kalau misalnya kalian suka dengan video game semacam ini, jangan lupa untuk subscribe, comment, share, dan juga like video ini. Jangan lupa juga bagikan ke kalian kalau misalnya ada di game visual novel horror yang menarik seperti ini. Dan segini dulu aja. So gue Kenny, I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye gamers.